Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
The easiest place to start with this game is the fact that there's 4 seasons. There's 4 rounds of the game, and each time you go through, you get this done. When you get to the last one, at the end of the round, you'll have a Christmas sale, which means you can sell all of your jam for a lower price than what it would be if you were able to do it during the game. And this will be your tracker for that. One of the most important things to do is understand how these cards work. I'm going to pretend like these are the 4 cards played this turn by the players. Everybody will play their card face down and reveal them at the same time. So you have a little bit of information that's going to be going on these cards. I'm going to set these 3 aside and just show you this one right here. So if this is the card we played, we would go in initiative order. So the top left would go there. If a 6 and 17 was played, the 6 would go first. The 17 would go second. If it's a 3-player game and the 2 was played, the 2 would go first, then the 6, and then the 17th, and that would be the turn order for the round. Then you would take your workers and put them in the exact order that is listed here on the side of the card. In this case, you would have 2 workers signified by these meeples and a farmer signified by this. They will go in this order. And what that means is, on my first round, I will play this guy. Second round, I will play this guy. And the third round, I will play this guy. If I had played this card instead, and I was this character, I couldn't put these 2 workers here. Instead, I would have 3 farmers, and I would play for the round the 3 farmers in the order listed, just like this. If I had played this card, I would have had 3 farmers and then the 2 workers behind it. So I would actually be playing 5 people this round as opposed. So even though because I'm going later, I'm getting more workers, and that's generally one of the ways it goes in the game. So let's say this is the card I played. You're also going to have a power at the bottom. When you use the market with the farmer, first increase 1 sell price by 1 level. So that's the power this guy is going to have. This guy would have a different power. Gain a discount of 1 fertilizer or pesticide when using the orchard action. This guy has gained 1 additional fruit of the same type when using the orchard action. Or this person, you have 1 additional sell in the market action and considered a sell price plus 1. So the kind of the 3 things you're going to be working out each round is where in order do you want to go, how many people do you want to play, and which type of person do you want to play, and what do you want your power to be for the round. Once again, these will all be placed face down. We will reveal at the same time and then get our things in order and get our initiative order and player order for the round based on this. Next round, this will go away, and you will play new cards for the round, and that's how that will go. In addition, during the game, they're going to have these end-of-game scoring that's going to be available to all of the players. You're going to have one in this light one, in this middle one, and in this purple. And you're going to have any number of these that could be utilized, and you're going to choose a different one for each game more than likely. And then when you accomplish it, you will just simply put your little cube on it. You can only accomplish each tile once, and the second person go, he would get the lesser amount. For example, this one says, first one to make $50 on 1 sale action. If you're able to do that, then you would score 15 points. If you're the second person, you would get 10 and then 5, for example. If you have in your warehouse, you have to have a yellow, a red, and a peach jam all at one time in your warehouse if you're the first person to do that. So it gives you something to work for and gives you extra victory points at the end of the game for doing so. So here's the main board you're going to have that you'll be utilizing during the game. At the top is going to be the price of what things will sell for, and they will move up and down. So at the end of each round, they will move up 1 score. Anytime something is sold, they will move down. In the middle here, you're going to have these powers that you can build for all intents and purposes. It's called Town Center, and these things will help you out. For example, this one will immediately give you a peach and a strawberry and gives your warehouse 1 extra place. Because during the game, you're going to have a warehouse. You're going to have one of these. Everybody's going to have one. We can only hold 9 things, either jam or fruit, and each one takes up 1 spot. So having additional warehouse, like this one gives you 2 oranges in a warehouse spot, can be very valuable. Then here at the bottom is going to be basically the main actions of the game. Now you're going to have these little trees that will be built, and I'm just going to show you a couple in general. So you have these trees, and they'll be built in here based on the number of players, but they're 3D, so I'm going to go here. So at the bottom is what you're going to pay. So like here, you would give up 2 green or 3 pesticide or fertilizer, and then you would get what's on the tree. So in this case, I'll get 3 oranges and a plum. So that's kind of what you would do based on that. And there's going to be any combination of these that you're going to have. So yeah, they're going to be, and you're going to match the tops to the bottoms, but you give up fertilizer, in this case nothing, and you're going to get either an orange or a lemon, or a peach or an apple. So this is how you're going to get fruits, and these will be set up beside the board. But this is where most of your actions are going to be. Now, if you want to go here with your worker, that's fine. You can just place a worker here, and the first spot doesn't cost you any money. You just pay the amount. So if I put a worker here, I'm going to pay $1 to get this spot. And then you would just use the paper money that's included with the game to pay for things. Or you can go all the way down here, and this one would cost me $7. This allows me to buy, I can turn 1 lemon into 1 lemon jam, or 1 orange into 1 orange jam. Usually it would cost 2. That's what this is going to do. And the next spot costs you 0, next spot's 2, there's 5, and there's a catch-all that is 8. And you always, whatever the cost here, plus the cost up there. Now, the only caveat to this, if you send a farmer there, which is the other one, you're going to get a $2 discount. It's printed right here down to a minimum of 0. So I placed him there, even if I took this, which would cost me 1 because the discount would be free, or this, which is 2, but the discount 2 would be free. So something to think about as you're buying those. Now, in the first 2 rounds, you're going to have the level 1s, but after you get to the last 2 rounds, you'll be using the number 2 ones, which are more powerful, and these will come out in later on in the game. And these will sit in front of you, and you will just utilize them throughout the game as you see fit. Down here at the bottom, you're going to have some different things that will be going on. Now, if you place a worker down on this bottom spot right here, you will get these 2 workers. They go at the back of your line. They don't count as a worker or a farmer for any of the bonuses. They're just apprentices or workers that you can utilize later on in the round. If you were to put a farmer there, as signified here, it would cost you $3 in order to pick up the 2 guys. This is where you would cook, so you could put a person there. If you can see on the first one, it says 3, 2, and then the catch-all is 1. So you can put 1 person here, and another person there, and then as many people as needed can go here. So if I put a worker here, that means I could turn 3 into 2. It always takes 2 fruits. So if I had 2 oranges, I could turn that in and get 1 jam. So I would give these up from my warehouse, and I would put the 1 jam into my warehouse, and now I have 1 jam. So that would allow me to make 3 of those trades, if you will. The second spot would give me 2, and then here I could do just 1. If I put a worker there, which is what I did, I get +1. So by putting him there, I can actually do 4 of those, 3 here and 2. If I had put just a farmer there, then I would not get the +1. This spot here is how you get the pesticide or the fertilizer. You just grab these chits from the bag. Now the caveat here is you can only get the same types. This allows you to get 3, 2, or 1, depending on which space you take, but it's 3 of the same. 2 of the same, 1 of the same. If I would have put a farmer there, I can get +1, and that one can be different. The last spot on the board is the sell spot. What this is going to allow you to do is put a person here on the 3 spot, and I get 3 sells. So I could sell, if I had a lemon, I could sell it. I would get my $8 and move the lemon spot down 1 on the thing. I can also sell any fruit I have, even if it's not a jam, but it costs 3 for 1 instead of just the normal 1 jam. So 3 would give me the $5, and this wouldn't be moved down. Now what's important to note is if I go to the kitchen here, I can turn 2 of these into 1 jam, or I can just skip that process, go right here, and give up 3 if I have a ton of these. So it just depends on what works out better for you. And that's the majority of the game. It's just a quick worker placement. Certain spots are going to be bonuses depending on which worker you have. But the majority of the uniqueness of the game is going to come from playing these cards. You're going to start out the game with 5 of these cards randomly distributed. There is a variant where you could draft these. And you're only going to play 4 during the game. So 1 you won't play at all, but that 1, which one you don't play, is your decision. I find these to be pretty balanced. I didn't really have any issues overarching with these cards, but this is going to be mainly where the game is. And then it's like, do you want to get what you want first, or can you hold back a little bit and maybe get more workers or better power? Or do you need to go first? So that's going to be a big decision. Sometimes you'll play a card down maybe like a 9 thinking you might go first, but somebody plays a 2 and you get hosed a little bit. So that's the majority of the game of how you play. You play 4, then you sell everything off at the Christmas, but when you sell it off, it all goes down 1 in price. So you're not going to get as much if you wait till then. And that's how you play.